Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Meet Praneet. In today's video, we are going to discuss the FY 2025 H-1B lottery registration process and the results that USCIS has announced. Now, if you have read the title, you must be wondering why I'm talking about criminal prosecution here. The reason is that USCIS is clearly mentioning that people who tried to game the system in FY 2023, FY 2024, or have tried to game the system or fraud the system in 2025, USCIS will try to identify those people, and they're constantly trying to identify those people or those applicants from these years and are reporting them to the agencies which will be responsible for filing the criminal charges or the carrying out the prosecution. So the message here is that if you have tried to play, then beware, because USCIS might be just after you. Now, coming to the people who were really eligible, who had filed the information in true consent and all the information was correct, for them, it's really a good news. Now, before we move further in the video, let's first discuss what are the three important things that USCIS wants you to know before you file your H-1B application. First, all the information that you provide in the form, and you can have these on the screen as well. So all the information that's coming, that you're trying to put in the application should be true, and you should sign all of it under the penalty of perjury. Second, you should have a legitimate job offer. Third, you should not be associated to any other agent, company, organization who is trying to help you game the system and file fraud registrations for you. Once you think all three are met and you have put all the information that is true and have signed under the penalty of perjury, then you can file your registration process. Now, let me take you to the table that's coming on the screen. So if you look at this table, I want you to focus only on one column. That is eligible registrations for beneficiaries with multiple eligible registrations. This is the very important column that all the people who are watching should watch. If you look at the numbers from 2021, there were 28,000 in 2021. Well, not that bad. Then it becomes 90,000. If you just do a simple math, it's like almost 3 times. So 3 times the number has increased in 2022. Well, it doesn't stop there. It doubles in 2023 to 1,000 registrations, which are eligible with multiple eligible registrations. Now, some of you might have a question, what is this meaning, right? So what it means is, let's say I am a person who has filed for H-1B, right? Or let's say John Doe has filed for H-1B. But for John Doe, there are other companies who also have the offer for him. And the companies has filed multiple registrations, and then he is eligible for all of them because he has the legitimate job offer for each of them. And all the information he has provided is true and true under the penalty of perjury. Now, if you look at the number for 2024, that number from 165 rises to 408,000. Again, if we do a simple math, it's almost more than twice the number, 2.5x. Then, if you look at 2025, that number drops to 1/10. It becomes 47,000 registrations, which were eligible with multiple eligible registrations. What does it tell us? It tells us that the system USCIS has designed now is helping curb the fraud registrations, because 1/10 of a decrease is a big decrease. Right? A lot of people are just looking at the total registrations and then selected registrations. But what they're not looking at is how this number has significantly decreased. This means people who really were eligible for multiple registrations only got selected this time. And as I mentioned in the beginning, if you were trying to play the system or if you were trying to fraud the system, then USCIS will figure it out. Now, if I look at the total registrations across these years, right? Like, let's stay on the same table. From 2021, it was 274,000. It was around similar number in 300,000 for 2022. It became to a 483 or almost 500K by the end of 2023 registration process, and in 2024 it was 780,000. We can clearly see it's almost 1.5 or almost twice the number, right? Then in 2025 it decreased by 38%. So that means the system that USCIS built is trying to help, and now the total number of registrations is also significantly dropping because USCIS has mentioned this. So USCIS says that the average registration in 2025 was 1.06. However, in FY 2024 it was 1.70. It's almost twice. Then the other thing that you should also look for is eligible registrations. Now, if you look at eligible registrations, that means those were the registrations from which duplicates have been removed. Let's say if any employer has taken out the application, that is also taken out. And if there were any failed payments, those registrations have been also taken out. So out of 479K in 2025, 470K are eligible. That means 9,000 applications, only a very slight percentage of it were deemed duplicate, or let's say were having some problems. But if you look at the number, which is another interesting number I wanted to show you, is eligible registrations for beneficiaries with no other eligible registration. That means there is only one application, there is only one prospective job offer or legitimate job offer for you. If you look at 2024, it was 780,000 total registrations, dropped to 350K, which were eligible with only one registration or one offer. If you look at 2025, almost, if you do the math, like it's almost 80% of those registrations are eligible with no other offer. That means, generally speaking, people who file for H-1B only have one offer. In the current job market, where you have so many layoffs going, it's very difficult to find a job. The numbers make sense that it's only one job offer that you're trying to get an application for. There might be some people, like for example, 47,000 people who have multiple offers. But overall, that number seems to be small when compared to the 479,000 total registrations. So this is what I wanted to talk about. There are a lot of statistics that USCIS has talked about, and overall it seems that the USCIS is trying to help the people specifically, right? The people who really are trying to put forward a true application and not trying to game the system. Also, let me put a screenshot where USCIS talks about a very important thing. So they say the H-1B program is an essential part of our nation's immigration system and economy. And they are committed to implementing the law and helping meet the ever-changing needs of US labor market. So it's not that USCIS is trying to not look into the cases. They are really taking it seriously, and they really want people who are there, who really want to work in the US without doing any fraud, come forward and apply. So this was the video. I wanted to give you this information. I wanted to show you all the numbers. I wanted to pinpoint to the numbers which were very important. And if you are applying and if you have been selected, I wish you all the best. In case you were not selected, I hope USCIS goes for the second lottery, though it seems there are very slight chances for it. USCIS has not given any final word on it. But if you're not selected, and I wish you all the best for the next round. But if you're selected, then congratulations. And with that, I would like to end this video, and I'll see you in the next video very, very soon. Till then, take care and have a wonderful weekend.